This is a true story about a city that looked at a river and decided it was going the wrong way. In the late 1800s, Chicago was growing faster than its pipes, streets, and politicians could keep up with. The city had a simple problem with a terrible consequence. Lake Michigan was the drinking water. The Chicago River was where sewage, slaughterhouse waste, and factory runoff collected. And the river flowed toward the lake. Every storm could push more of the city's own mess toward the water people drank. Engineers tried tunnels, pumps, and smaller canals. Nothing was big enough for the city Chicago had become. So Illinois created the Sanitary District of Chicago in 1889. Its job was not small. Dig a new channel from the south branch of the Chicago River toward the Des Plaines River. Make it deep, wide, and controlled enough that gravity and water levels would pull the river away from Lake Michigan. In 1892, crews started cutting through earth and limestone. They built rail lines inside the worksite. Steam shovels bit into the banks. Dynamite broke the rock. Workers moved millions of cubic yards of material in brutal conditions. This was not a pretty riverwalk project. It was a public health gamble, a political fight, and one of the largest excavation jobs in the country. Downstream communities objected, because Chicago's solution sent dirty water toward them instead. But Chicago moved fast. At the start of 1900, the final barrier was opened. Water that once moved toward Lake Michigan now moved away from it. The Chicago River had been reversed. The new route carried flow toward the Des Plaines River, then the Illinois River, and eventually the Mississippi system. It protected Chicago's drinking water source and changed the map of American waterways. It also created a lasting responsibility, because moving pollution does not make it disappear. The same system that saved one city forced engineers, governments, and neighbors to keep arguing over water, health, and who pays the cost. That is what makes this story bigger than a canal. Chicago did not move a river with magic. It moved it with taxes, shovels, lawsuits, steam power, and a decision that the city could not keep poisoning its own lake. More than a century later, the Chicago River still runs through downtown like it always belonged there. But its direction is a reminder. Sometimes the strangest true stories are not about what people discovered. They are about what people dared to rebuild.